Entschuldigung, gerade Lagerbesprechung. Das heißt zur Stimmen, ganz wichtig, es muss immer stimmen, wegen der Volksstimme. Haha. Nächstes Song aus Disneyland und ich bin schon eher lang nicht gespielt, jetzt wieder. Ich merke, was das für Spaß ist. Es hat sarkastisch geklungen, es war gar nicht sarkastisch gemeint. Okay. Get me a pen and a clipboard and some graph paper. Let's make a list of things that we tend to forget. You can thank us later. Before I dress in distraction, before you dress in a pretty phrase, I need to remember what's important before the billboard swallows my face. I think we can all agree that we need remedies. With the diseases separating our hearts from our brains. I know you might be the answer to my wishes and some more. What if what I wish is not what I want, but what they told me to wish for? And how should I know the answers to the what ifs and the maybes? We can't let the pressure to pin us down bring us to our knees. Now we can go for the good story of the safe option. Now on the intersection of Disneyland and self-destruction. I think we could be compatible if it's temporary. I think if we're reasonable enough to keep it all together, we will know that absolutely nothing lasts forever. But if we're smart enough, we could be pretty fucking happy. And if we're smart enough, we could be pretty fucking happy. Don't underestimate sisterhoods, don't underrate blood brothers. We need families with no connection to our forefathers. We need to talk until our heads hurt to understand. It's okay if I take all of you, if they tell me just to take your hand. It's okay to crash when we fall, to grab life by the balls, because it's our minds that need to change, not our legs and chests and hip bones. I think you should be on my team, I think you know what I mean. If you want a fraction of this forever, you could have it with me. I think we could be compatible if it's temporary. I think if we're reasonable enough to keep it all together, we will know that absolutely nothing lasts forever. But if we're smart enough, we could be pretty fucking happy. I think we could be compatible if it's temporary. I think if we're reasonable enough to keep it all together, we will know that absolutely nothing lasts forever. But if we're smart enough, and 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 if we're smart enough, we could be pretty fucking happy.
Woo!
Dankeschön. Alles okay bei euch? So im Leben? Ja? Ihr seid sehr still für so eine große Frage, muss ich sagen. Das ist das Circumnavigation. Es geht um 2017, aber es ist noch immer aktuell. Verrückt! Entschuldigung. Es muss volksgestimmt werden. Naja. We talked about poison that year at parties, quietly joking about hemlock. We cross-stitched initials of toxins on napkins and wiped our sugary mouths. We circumnavigated this open door. We levitated casually every time the floor was lava. It hardened when winter started. We walked barefoot on these grounds. hands, we drank it all. We spit it all out. Oh fuck your anonymous calls, your clouds in the shape of clouds, backs to the wall. We broke and that's how we grew proud. We drank it all, we spit it all out. The blood came rushing back into our limbs, sitting naked under the bathroom lights, mirroring gestures of former selves acted out warmly with upbeat confidence. I sing a song through the vents, holding on to the pipes that won't spider veins of this house. You wait for the offbeat in every sentence, and I whisper with eloquent ignorance, winking flirtatiously the penultimate evil, the graciously peaceful, the hot-headed emptiness. You in your late 20s, I drink it all, I spit it all out. I spit it all out. Babe, mean anything sweet and alive, gonna rent this one corner of your beehive. I need space for my spouse and 20 kitchen knives, and a desk space with natural light, like a fire out back while my sisters are burning these men's miserable lives. Like a fire out back while my sisters are burning these men's miserable lives. Like a fire out back while my sisters are burning these men's miserable lives. Like a fire out back while my sisters are burning these men's miserable lives. Oh, I renegotiated terms of endearment and service, slow motion shots of each small nervousness, recurses to falling head first into this mess, digging ourselves out. I was a terrible friend up until the end. I'm a bearable blend of lose end and godsend. Let me pretend I don't break, I don't bend, I don't fake, I intend to laugh and transcend. I had an earpiece hanging from a lobe like a footnote, wrapped in yet another ill-fitting coat. Stuck a finger out and stuck it onto a spinning globe, and where it lands I cannot afford to go. And we drink it all, we spit it all out. Oh fuck your anonymous calls, your clouds in the shape of clouds, backs to the wall. We broke and that's how we grew proud. We drink it all, we spit it all out. We drink it all, we spit it all out. Oh fuck your anonymous calls, your clouds in the shape of clouds, backs to the wall. We broke and that's how we grew proud. We drink it all, we spit it all out.
Woo!
Religion is strict mistakeism, a rule book of closed laws and near misses, and who I was floating down the canal as an iceberg breaking into smaller and smaller pieces. I'm aging as an act of rebellion, taking up space is my first million. I'm collecting your unpopular opinions, got them locked away to protect the civilians. It's not my job to prove I'm resilient. I don't think that's my job. I was sold night terrors as light arrows, terrified of settling down and sleeping. Tell me I'm not the only one. I was checking twice if the sleeping ones are still breathing. Wouldn't hold my breath, I won't choke me and broke with a cracked heart and a shattered jawbone. Gotta be an escape artist to break the glass ceiling if it's really all six sides of the aquarium. If it's all six sides of the aquarium. Is it all six sides of the aquarium? Oh, is it all six sides of the aquarium? Is it all six sides of the aquarium? Is it all six sides of the aquarium? Say it's not all six sides of the aquarium. Say it's not all six sides of the aquarium. I think it's all six sides of the aquarium. I think it's all six sides.
Woo!
Dankeschön.